You're asking me, should my 17-year-old daughter
Almost 18.
be able to drive 2 hours away by herself?
I mean, I can accompany a friend, like George.
And you think that makes that better? Greetings. My name is Blake Hill, and I'm sitting here with my daughter, Eden. And this is going to be a very interesting podcast because we're going to deal with a very interesting perspective. It is to raise a daughter is an interesting thing. For all of these guys that are watching, I am a girl dad. I am someone who has had the pleasure of having a daughter, and I am excited, but also scared to death of what it is to have a daughter growing up. I want her to stay 10. I want her to stay 9. But for some reason, she thinks and time thinks that she's got to get older. And so I am part of this is informational. Some of this is entertainment. Some part of this is therapy, I think, for me also. And so the way we're going to do this is we're going to have open conversations with my daughter, and I'm going to let her introduce herself before we tell you the format and tell you what we're going to do.
Okay. Well, hi, my name is Eden. I think y'all know me as Blake's daughter. Contrary to what he says, I am 17. Time has not been stopping. And I am excited to do this podcast with some very interesting perspectives. I
think she's 9, but we'll just agree to disagree.
Yeah,
all
we'll
back
come
with
back
the
to
bat.
that.
So here's what the format is. Neither Eden nor I know what the question is going to be. Her mother, my wife, is sitting behind the camera right now, and she has been cooking up questions, places and things that we're supposed to discuss. So each week what we'll do is she will come up with a question, and Eden and I will discuss it. Maybe we'll agree. Chances are we won't. But at least in the process, maybe you'll get a chance to see into the life of what it's like to be a girl dad. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my wife. Let's hear what the question is.
All right. So the first question for the But I Had a Daughter podcast is this. Eden,
Hi.
The question is, Daddy, I should be able to drive as far as, and you name the place, a very long distance, all by myself because I am a senior now. Ask Daddy, what does he think about it? And tell him how far you should be able to drive.
I'm going to put out there that I don't like travel. So this is actually this is like on the same page with him. Okay, let's see. What's the far place? I should be able to drive to, let's say 2 hours away to one of the colleges for a tour. I should be able to drive 2 hours away to my college tour because I am a full-grown 17-year-old senior.
You should be able to.
That didn't sound right coming out.
You should be able to drive.
We heard
2
that.
hours, not ride as I drive you 2 hours.
I'm behind the wheel the entire time.
Are you by yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, let's say that. We'll start there.
And so the question is, at 17-year-old,
I'll be 18 soon.
that you're asking me, should my 17-year-old daughter
Almost 18.
be able to drive 2 hours away by herself?
I mean, I can accompany a friend, like George.
And you think that makes that better? Do you?
Let the record show this feels bad coming out of my mouth too. I can't believe this either. I'm just saying. Think about it, right?
Okay. Let me hear this.
Most parents. Okay, as a parent, he's a parent of 3, right? Now, the first two don't do a lot, but they still have to be driven to school and stuff like that. I do a few things that require my time. I have like encore practice. I have like trips I go to. I have like theater, and they had to drive me there a lot. They had to make sure they were on time. They had to stop some stuff for them. Ooh. So I'm just saying it will not only relieve your time, because 2 hours is a lot of time, I say. So like you will not only have free time to relax or do other stuff, you also, I'm trying to defend this, you also get the pleasure of knowing your daughter is an independent woman who can travel safely wherever she needs to go.
Okay, there's a couple things I think are wrong with that. Number one is, for those of you who don't know, the two oldest ones that we're talking about are boys, and so that's just a little different. Number one. Number two, my daughter is the youngest of them, so you got that issue too.
I got that one.
And no, no, my daughter should not be able. Nobody should be okay with that for the entirety of your life. Entirety of your life. It has been my responsibility to protect my daughter, and I plan to do that until I hand her off to some joker who it becomes his responsibility to take care of my daughter. And so, let me ask you the question.
Okay, sure.
Do you know how to change a flat?
That's what YouTube is for.
That's what YouTube is.
No, this is what you do. This is what you do, right? You get a flat tire, right? First of all, you panic internally. And then you pull over on the side of the road, right? You pray no one else pulls over. You pull up YouTube. Hope you pay your LTE data, because if you don't pay it, it's over for you. But you pull over on the side of the road, right? You pull up a YouTube video. Those 2018 ones, when YouTube just came out and like they didn't show the face. And they have like the how to change a tire with like the music behind it. You pull that up, right? You pop it on the other tire. You make sure you don't get don't get straight under the car, because the car rolls you over. And you just gotta wait. You don't get under the car when you change a tire.
No, you don't get under the car when you change the tire.
wait. No, I'm sorry. I have no excuse. I don't know how to change a tire. I would say this: YouTube, and I would look up the stuff I need, and we'll go from there. And also, like, you can still drive with a flat tire, right? It's not very safe, but it's like practical-ish. Like, okay, think about this. If you were like in like a zombie apocalypse, right? And like your car had a flat tire, you're not gonna stop when zombies are chasing you behind to change the flat tire. You'd be running, getting in your car and driving away. Okay. No matter the flat tire.
Okay, first of all,
here's the question. How far, Daddy, are you willing to allow daughter Eden to drive by herself?
I got sidetracked.
So the neighborhood is about a half a mile. So I'm thinking, you can drive in the neighborhood. I mean, you can drive to the neighbor's house, or something like.
Let the record show. I've driven farther than the neighborhood alone. Now, granted,
I don't think I knew about it till she got.
You didn't know about it till I got back.
But no, so yeah, I am. So I've got a problem here, because there is a level, because where you have driving, you have independence. Because what you're really asking, I think, is how far am I willing to let you go to be independent? Outside of all that YouTube on the side of the road and pray that your phone is dead. That's too much. What ifs for me. But you're asking, I think, how independent should my 17-year-old daughter be?
Okay, that's actually a good way to phrase it.
That's correct.
Yeah, that is the question I'm asking. I'm going to take your question and ask that. How independent should your 17-year-old daughter, me, be?
And the answer to the question is there's a certain level of uncomfortability with any independence. I'm not really sure I'm good with any set of independence. I don't know if I am ready to let go, to where, because if you're driving, I can't be there to watch you. I can't be there to protect you. I can't be there to take care of situations. I don't get that opportunity. You would have to be kind of on your own. And do you realize how scary that is for a father?
Okay, actually, I did not realize that. I will be honest. I will be honest. I did. There's like to make it long story really short, right? I was going to hang out with a friend at the Renaissance. I drive up. As I get there, they call me and they're like, I can't make it. And so I was like, I'm just gonna. It's like daytime. I'm like alone at the Renaissance, and look, you're just gonna wander. And as I was wandering, I called my brother, and I was telling him about what happened, and he's like, oh, you need to grab that pepper spray. And I thought of that, and I was like, oh, well, I like in my head, my first thought was like, oh yeah, I don't need to grab pepper spray because my dad. And I was like, oh yeah, my dad's not here. And that's when I thought of, that was the one thing I thought of. I was like, oh, my dad would hate me to be alone right now. And that's when I kind of realized, I feel like that's the part where you realize you're like, wow, that is a little scary, huh?
Yes, that's it. And for the record, I didn't know she was gone.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was alone. I wasn't aware of any of that right there. I had no knowledge of that.
Yeah,
and there would have been no way that would have been
to make you feel better. On the drive back, mother was right behind me the entire time. She stopped at the Chick-fil-A, waited for me to get my food, and then drove right behind me. We got home like literally at the same time because she refused to. I'm not sure why, but well, I kind of knew why, but like.
And we didn't get pepper spray, right?
No, they ran out.
Okay, note to self. I really got to get some pepper spray. I really got to get. Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, but in all seriousness, as I tried to be, I can see the struggle of your daughter who kind of grew up under your household, suddenly having the independence to be able to drive anywhere within reason. She hates travels, but like drive anywhere within reason. And I can understand that, you want to be in the safety of it, but and like also independence and stuff like that. But I feel like the level of trust also goes not kind of to the daughter, but I guess kind of to the daughter, because like I'm not saying it's like yours where you have to like, I'm leaving my baby out to the world and they better treat her right. No, it's more like I hope you don't tailgate me as I'm driving to school. But it's also like in another way, in another sense of like, I trust that my dad knows that I will be okay and that if anything happens, I will call him. Because guess who I'm calling first if something happens? My dad. If you make fun of me, my dad's going to hear about you.
Yes, he will.
If you say a mean thing to me, I'm going to get in the car, I'm going to pout, and I'm going to be like this. Where's my phone? I'm going to be like, Dad, guess who told me something? And you know what he's going to be like? He's going to agree with me. Because my dad said so.
Baby girl is always correct. Baby girl is always correct.
Very good.
And I guess part of the lesson that I've got to learn is to let you go in many ways. Also, that because I trust you. I trust you. I don't trust everybody else.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
That's my concern. But I guess the takeaway from the discussion, outside of the fact that you will not be driving 2 hours anywhere that I
no way I will. No way.
But is that I will try to learn to give you space to be independent. Try. Didn't say I was. Try.
We'll take it.
If you understand that it's not necessarily easy for me to let my daughter go.
Mm-hmm. It's like what's an example of like something that's gradual? Like a color hue, kind of. What I'm trying to say
color hue.
Like, like whenever like there's a light green that goes all the way gradually to dark green. Bear with me. It's like a pastor speech. When it's light green goes to like darker green. The point I'm trying to say is you build up the color more by adding a little bit of that color, like the natural color to it, until you reach the hue you want, or until you reach that gradual hue that you're getting, which is what I'm trying to say with trust. Like you kind of have to add just a little bit more. Like when I was first starting driving, let's be honest, I didn't want to drive because I'm scared of the road. And now I'm less scared. I'm still scared though. Some of y'all reckless drivers. But one thing I did realize, my dad did tell me this. I was like alone in the room. I told him why. My dad did tell me this. He was like, look, some things you're going to do, you're going to have to do it scared. And if you were at that lesson on Sunday, you would know he said the exact, or I think it was Wednesday, you said the exact same thing. And I remember I was like, you know what? You're right. Because if I never drive, then I'm never going to get anywhere. And there's going to be this forced stay. But since he convinced me, he had enough independent trust that he believed I would be fine driving alone. And guess what? I'm actually driving a lot more comfortably. I took the highway, and guess what? Nothing bad happened.
Don't you hate it when they use your own words against you?
So as we close out, Daddy, that was awesome, Eden. All right, Daddy, why don't you tell us your final words?
I have no final words. Dads, listen, do it scared, I guess. Trust them that one day you've got to release them. I'm not saying it's now, but one day you got to release them, I reckon. And just trust that whatever you taught them and told them, that they remember it, and let everything else be between them and the Lord of how he protect them. And of course, buy your daughter some pepper spray.
Please get that pepper spray. Y'all, the store right now. Oh, sorry. One more thing I need to say. I know that was a good place to end it off. Chances are your daughter's also kind of doing this scared. I'm not gonna lie. Driving is kind of scary the first time alone, but give them trust. Let them grow into realizing that being scared doesn't mean you don't do it. So.
All right. Well, that is our very first episode of the podcast. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Look forward, like, subscribe to catch more of this and more of our discussion as she helps me go as a daddy through therapy. To all the girl dads out there, I feel you. I know exactly how you feel. To all the daughters out there, I am excited that I have a very precocious Eden who is going to help guide you and lead you. For all of you young people. So listen, until next time, we look forward to seeing you. But I Had a Daughter podcast.